Hi, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for taking the time on a Saturday to join us. It's 11 a.m. in Singapore. The team here have not slept. We've prepared this AMA with a very special guest today. Joining me here, I have the CEO and the developer of the Exonova Protocol. Really cool guy. Give it up for Muzz. Come on, Muzz. Introduce yourself.
Hey, yeah, hi. My name's Colin Sosakmori. I go by the alias of Muzz. I'm the CEO and developer of Exonova ecosystem and the founder of Team Eon. Nice to be here, man.
Nice to meet you. All right. So Mars is here today because his project is actually one of our latest client, right? He engaged us to help him to develop the SOP application for his project. He's here today to share a little bit more about his project so that we can kind of understand, what they do, why are they doing it, and how exactly are they doing it. So it's going to be a very casual AMA, right? It's not like scripted or structured in any way. We're gonna have a fun, casual conversation with Mars. And if you guys have any questions, do type it in the chat, type it in our Telegram group, or you can DM SUBX CMO, and Termin will actually add in the questions on chat. So before I think a great question to start off, Mars, would be, can you introduce to everyone what is the Exonova protocol all about?
So awesome. So Exonova Protocol. So Exonova is the first out of three projects that we're going to be launching within our ecosystem. We are trying to build a multi-project ecosystem capable of working on any device, connecting everything like through the internet. Uh, Each token that we're going to be launching is one form of hyperdeflationary and RFI static rewarding. How we intend to actually achieve this is by implementing basic concepts of zero knowledge proof, i.e. short-term scarcity paths like staking, frontline stores, burning aspects, and the general aspects of RFI static rewards.
Right, that sounds great. You mentioned about staking as well. We also offer staking applications, so do hit us up for that.
Yeah.
Really technical. I think if I were to sum it up, your team, you're developing three tokens, right? And the Exonova protocol, and you guys recently had it audited as well, right? I saw that you guys are planning a couple of audits. You guys recently had it audited by TechRate, if I'm not wrong. Tell me more about that.
So we're getting three audits altogether for each token. So each token will have three audits just to generally have a big consensus around safety for our smart contracts and the investors. So we've only had one completed at the moment. We're getting one going underway right now from TechRate. So we have tech audit that's been done. That's through our, you can view that on our website. Tech rate is underway, still going, and we're going to be doing a KYC verification, linking those two things together after publishing with Tech rate, and then we're going to move on to CERTIC
Right.
audit.
That's great. So Mas here already did a KYC with the SUBX team, so he's legit as it gets. When you do, I think for us as well, we did KYC with Solid Proof, so you might want to check them out as well if you're
Oh,
doing KYCs. Yeah. I took a look at your website. I took a look at your audit documents, and for the most part, I think it's a promising young project. So can you share with us how did this? When do you get the idea of actually starting up the Exonova protocol? How was it
yeah, no
started?
worries.
Were you trying to solve a pain point, or what was the thought process of actually starting up this project?
So I was tired of seeing people actually getting scammed in shitcoin projects, like meme coins, people chucking in their hard-earned money and losing it. I fell victim to quite a lot of projects. Always thinking moon, moon to the moon, boys to the moon, all that stuff. So about 4 months ago, just to break this down, I'm an ordinary dude. I'm a father, partner. I work in a normal job. But about 4 months ago, I started building this project, and I started with just basic fundamentals of Solidity. So I learned myself how to develop and code. And once I was comfortable with my basic skills, I moved on to trying to deploy smart contracts to the ERC20 and the BEP20 networks. And once I figured that out and spent a bit of money on figuring that out, I ended up getting a team together, Team Eon, and all like-minded people. And we sat down about, I would say, 2.5 months ago and actually planned this out strategically, how to do everything, what we need, i.e., money, marketing, things like that. But yeah, we it's been about 4 months in the making, creating this ecosystem.
Right. I think that's a great start. Like, I mean, the way that you mentioned, right? You wanted to do a project, you learn solidity as a developer, and once you have that settled, you form a team, form some structure, and you guys have been planning this for a while. I seen that. I think you guys started this all the way back in end of September. So I think there's that's really cool, right? A lot of projects, they get spun up in a week or two. Everything gets fancied up in a couple of weeks, and then they disappear after a couple of
Yeah,
weeks as well, right? So I think whatever, like, you guys are off to a strong start. Learning solidity is not, deploying smart contracts is easy, but writing good solidity code is
yeah,
not, right? And that's a
exactly.
really big pinpoint. I'm a solidity developer myself, dude. I have been coding smart contracts since 2017, when there was a ICO hype. Back
Yeah,
then, when I first started, I was engaged by a couple of crypto ICO tokens as well to help to write their smart contracts.
yeah,
And it has always been really fascinating. Solidity development is really not easy, especially when you're also building web applications as well. And
exactly.
that's why SUBX Finance Lab, that's why I started SUBX Finance Lab, right? To give people like you a leg up so that you can focus on growing your core business. You can focus on, having more extra development power into developing other protocols and other projects while we settle the infrastructure for you guys. So
Yeah,
thank you for coming on board, and thank you for allowing us to help you out. And I would like to ask a couple more questions, if you don't mind.
no,
I'm really curious. You mentioned that you managed to source out a team, right? Could you share with me a little bit more about your team and where they're from? I think you mentioned that you have teammates all around the world.
yeah.
Come on, share with me a little bit. Share with the audience as well.
So our team actually consists of a two-step layer system. So Team Eon is our core team, including specialists and individuals in domains of marketing, research, and development slash risk and management. All of them, there's three of us in the core team, and we are all ordinary dudes at the end of the day. We all came together and we started off. And then our primary line team ranges from awesome individuals coming from like every corner of the world. We have about 7 languages that we speak in our team. So we're progressing in the lines of targeting those specific communities that want to hear about our project. But we range from like a secretary, leading moderators, social media managers, communications, admin sales, task manager officers, like ranging from all over. We also are extending our primary line team and taking applications to our website. So if you go through our website, click on the team subsection, you can actually apply for a job. Someone will get back to you. But yeah, that's pretty much our team, man.
Got it. Right. So you also mentioned that you are a father, if I'm not wrong. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. But
yeah, maybe you can share with us, how are you planning to juggle, having to take the energy and the time to expend this energy and time into your project, while also taking care of your kid, right? Do you have like a structure, a personal structure that you adhere to so that you're able to manage the time? Because let me
yeah,
tell you, managing a crypto project takes a lot of energy, right?
yeah,
So this in SubX Finance, that we were previously the SUBX token. So back then we had a little bit of a shock, right? When we first entered this industry, the amount of energy and the amount of planning that's required to actually sustain is actually really, really, really high, right? So when SUBX Finance Lab was launched a couple of days ago, right? And I mean, we understand this industry a little bit better. We know what to expect. So we are able to hire like enough manpower for us to kind of sustain, to develop through, and to handle our chats as well. So it's gonna be really tricky. I'm sure that you are aware of that as well. So maybe you can share with everyone, how do you plan to mitigate that? I think that would be
Oh
really
well,
cool.
yeah. I'll let you stay. It wasn't easy, especially at the start when I first started learning Solidity and to get everything perfect. At the very start, there's a lot of long nights and night times for little children. It's the time for them. So my partner, she did an awesome job looking after our daughter. So um, moving forward onto actually managing our crypto whilst having children, our team are awesome. So the team that I work with, they're real understanding, and they, we tell each other if someone's sick or someone needs to do personal things. The other members in our team take over. It's it's very heartwarming because a lot of people in our team, they are partners, they are like family members, and everyone at the end of the day are humans, and we can all respect each other's like demands. So that's the point of our team. Just transparency with each other, and we actually get a lot of things done when we have a team like this. Yeah, so it's actually kind of it's getting better. More and more people we bring in. Yeah,
Right. That's good to hear. All right. I think a great team is it's the foundation of every project, right? There are a lot of great projects out there, and there are some projects that I admire when they first launched, and later on, like I see that their team started fighting within each other, having very ugly public disputes, and that that will cause the public and holders to lose trust in the team loses credibility. So having a team, you mentioned, right, family, friends,
yeah,
being able to work together is really important.
exactly.
It's the bedrock of any project, because if something doesn't work out, right, or there is a roadblock, or maybe market forces aren't in your favor and token price is going down, as long as the team stays cohesive and
Yeah,
move and organized and moving forward, there's always chances of recovery. There's always a possibility of making a great bounce back, improving, growing. And yeah, as long as the team stays together, the project cannot die, right?
yeah, yes.
And
I mean, that's the main thing, main concept behind it. Yeah,
yeah, fantastic. So I think we have a question from the group.
yeah,
What
awesome.
do you think are your growth strategies for the Exonova protocol? There are a lot of protocols and there are a lot of tokens in the wall, right? So I'm sure you have some certain growth strategies for you to stand out a little bit more, and for you to be able to capture on the eyes and the hearts of holders around the world. So do you guys have like any specific growth strategies, or are you guys planning to observe what's going to go on and then act accordingly based on that?
Yeah, very much so. Would have to act accordingly because the market is very volatile, so we can't really pinpoint a awesome growth strategy. We would have to work around the market, depending on if it's bull or bear. We are all working off the market because of the volatility, but we do have set milestones and strategies in place that we do intend to smash through. One of them was this, getting infrastructure for our real utility for our protocol. But each project that we're bringing out to our ecosystem, will have different aspects, different lines of let's say like just different lines of basic concepts of zero knowledge proof work. Just real secure paths and routes. Through like staking and all that stuff. But each project will definitely have strategy and growth. But it's real volatile, the market, as said. But that's all we can really work with. Just go day by day, set milestones by milestones, and knock them out when we can.
Got it. All right. So we have an important question in the chat as well. Someone's interested to know how SUBX helps Exonova, right? So SUBX Finance Lab, we are actually providing infrastructure. So
Yeah,
the first infrastructure that we are providing is our swap app. So we will be developing and we'll be handing over a swap app over to the Exonova protocol, where they can actually use our software and our infrastructure to trade to trade their tokens with BNB and to whatever BEP20 tokens that they would like. And that's the start of a first partnership. In the future, Muzz might come to us and get a little bit more software and infrastructure from our end, so that he's able to expand his utility to be able to offer these infrastructures to their holder and support a successful project. So, yeah, I completely agree with you. The market is really volatile, right? So,
yeah,
a lot of growth strategies that you can take months to plan can become obsolete in a matter of days, right? But I do still believe that it's important to have a good strategies, that, as you mentioned, good strategies, good growth strategies, put it on your white paper, so that at least there's a framework for growth, right? We definitely need to be nimble, to be agile, to be able to work around different difficulties, but having like a solid growth strategy, like a fundamental growth strategy. I think that's going to be really important.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, moving forward, we can always have conversations about supporting each other, right? I think we can leverage one another, right? All of the projects in the SUBX Finance Lab ecosystem are able to leverage and help on one another. We might be able to offer infrastructure services, but maybe another project within our ecosystem will be able to offer marketing services, for example. And I think it's the more people that we get on board together, the more stronger this ecosystem can get, right? And I think support is going to be really important as well. We can share knowledge, avoid mistakes, and overall increase the chances of success for all of our projects.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with that, do you have anything to add on, Mas? I'm sure that you have some other additional fun bits that you want to share with everyone.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I approached you personally for the service provider for business to integrate Web3 technology as like that's your main like, capital gain through your products and services. I like that. I looked through everything. That's something that we need, like to help provide utility for our like project, integrating that Web3 technologies into our project. Um, Not only for us but for the community, so we can move on and focus on things that are more important, like marketing, to help get growth for our for our project. So yeah, now you guys are helping out a lot with building that infrastructure with our projects. Yeah.
Got it. I also remember seeing something on your website regarding a giveaway as well, right? Are you having a giveaway for your audience and for your prospective holders, as well
Yes.
as you guys are pre-launching? You guys are having a pre-sale really soon as well. Maybe you can share a little bit about that as well.
Yes. Our sale is actually, I think it's 10 hours away. So all contributors that are within our pre-sale go into a draw to win $25,000. So this is the first prize. There's 10 prizes, but the first prize is $25,000 paid in BNB, not tokens. So they're paid in actual networking um, currency. So that's extra safe. Second is $5,000, so on and so forth. There's big prizes to be won. These are all people that join our pre-sale and contribute. You all go on the draw to win it.
Understand. So you guys are having a pre-sale in 10 hours and you guys are rewarding people who participate in your pre-sale with some
Exactly.
BNB rewards.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We will be posting your website as well as your Telegram group links in the chat. If our audience is interested, you can take a look and send some love over to Mars and his team at Exonova Protocol. Right. So I think we have time for one question. I see one question here by Sexy Ease. It's a question for you, Mas. Will the 10% USDT reflection create downwards pressure on your price? What do you think?
No, it wouldn't. By the way, it's working no matter buy or sell or asset moving between wallet to wallet. That 10% reflection, we personally won't think it's gonna send our project in a downwards pressure on the price, because do people want to sell or do they want to hold to earn that 10% reflection? So it weighs up. We have a lot of things implemented for post launch to help build that initial buy pressure after pre-sale. So those are things, if you want to check it out, it's come to our Telegram, jump in the pre-sale, find out for yourselves. But there's some awesome things coming along to help along for post launch.
Got it. On my man, Mas, is this your first crypto project that you're actually having a pre-sale for?
No, so I've actually built a couple cryptocurrencies in the past, but they were failed due to lack of let's say marketing. So always within crypto, people can have one aspect or the other development, but they lack marketing, or they have heaps of marketing but lack development. So projects fall and crash. So we're trying to meet in the middle this time and actually make something perfect, and development and marketing to be head to head, so we can always move forward.
Got it, right. Starting a crypto project is essentially as good as starting a brand new startup or business, right? In fact, I see it as a brand new crypto project is a startup, full stop. And there have been studies that shows that as a startup pivots, its chances of success increase, right? So I think that's great because you can put whatever experience that you had previously in all your other ventures, and you can channel it over to your current one and hopefully increase the chance of success. Let me share with you a tip, right? Like from a project owner to another. Price action and market forces are really difficult to stop, right? For example, when we first launched, I think within a couple of days, the SUBX Finance Lab token took a hit. We had a couple of we had a couple of roadblocks that actually helped plunged our price down a little bit. And if it was my first project, I would be really worried. Everybody in the team would be demotivated. But from experience, we know that this is normal. Market forces happen. What's important is for the team to come together, to be organized, to not let things like pricing and FUD to kind of to distract you from your goal of achieving what you want to achieve. And that's going to be really important. And I would say I wish you all the best. And if you have any questions, you can actually just drop me a text on Discord, or you can reach out to my team, and we will try our best to support you as much as possible. So once again, thank you for coming down. Muzz, do you have any final words before you get sent off your merry way to prepare for your pre-launch?
Yeah, I'd just like to say thank you to the SUBX team, SFX team, and yourself, Adam, for taking the time to actually hearing me out and bringing me on here and spreading awareness to our protocol and actually finding a partner client relationship between each other. And yeah, hope we can always work things out.
Got it. So, all right, I'm going to take the time right now to answer some questions on the chat for my project. So,
Yep.
I'm going to send you off your way. Good luck, my friend, and
Awesome.
take
Cheers,
care.
man.
We will catch up soon. All right, cheers,
Awesome.
Mas.
Take
Take
care.
care. Once
Thank
again,
you.
that's Mas, CEO and developer for the Exonova Protocol. Cheers, my man. Take care. All right, guys, that was a really nice conversation with Mas. So he's one of the projects that reached out to us. Looking to get some infrastructure for their product and their project. So of course we said yes immediately. I thought Zermin thought it was a good idea for us to get him on the AMA as well, so that you guys are able to understand some of the profiles of our clients. It could be from big corporations and institutes all the way to the new aspiring potentially successful crypto project, right? And I've talked to Muzz. He have done his KYC with the team. We have make sure that he's legit. That's the first thing that we do before we allow anyone to come onto our channel. We need to make sure that they are who they say they are, right? I mean, the team in SUBX here in the SUBX Finance Lab, we are all KYC'd as well. We done a third party KYC by Solid Proof, so you know that when I'm talking, I'm Adam. There's no other Adam here in the office. I'm the only Adam here. I've seen some questions in the chat that I'd like to address as well. So I think we have an interesting question by, let me take a look. Yeah, by Engine, right? So you have a question regarding our Certic audit. So for SUBX Finance Lab, we use a service by TrustSwap. TrustSwap is an enterprise business um, blockchain as a software provider as well. They do services in particular in minting tokens, right? So we actually use their service. We read through their contract. We felt that the contract was solid. They had their contracts pre-audited by Hacken and by Certic, and their certificates is on the official Certic and Hacken website. So we use their service to mint our token on their service, and thus the SUBX Finance Lab token, that the one that's trading on PancakeSwap right now, has been pre-audited by Certic and Hacken. You can verify that on the TrustSwap dashboard. The reason why we decide to use TrustSwap is because I really like their products. I think they are a company, they are a organization that we want to partner with in the near future. And I thought that using their service to mint our token would be a nice Easter egg for them, and will be definitely a way to open up conversations with them in the future. So it was a strategic decision. We could very well just deploy the same contract ourselves, but using their service, we kind of open a line of relationship with them. They do take a little bit of tokens as well. so that they can actually use it for their community and for their ecosystem. And I think that will be really great exposure for the SUBX Finance Lab token, right? So absolutely fantastic. That was the reason why we went with them. We could have, as mentioned, could very well deploy the contracts on our own, right? That's what we did for the last token, and we are very well capable of deploying smart contracts on the blockchain, right? That's like level 1 of Solidity 101. Yeah, let me take a look if there are any other more questions. Yep. So we will be dropping the link for Exonova Protocol on their links on our Telegram. they, they are having their pre-sale. I think in about 9 hours. They're doing it on, I think the platform it's CoinTool. I could be wrong, but you guys can check out their website. Really cool stuff. Really cool guy. And if you guys have any other questions, you guys can actually type it in chat right now. I have some time to answer some of these questions. So Adrian, you mentioned, are there any estimates on mobile staking? Yes, we are trying to get mobile staking for Bounty as soon as possible, along with Trust Wallet integration via Wallet Connect. The reason why we decide to only restrict staking on desktop and on MetaMask is because those are the platforms that we have extensively tested out the staking protocol on, right? We know that's going to be solid there, and we didn't push for an immediate Wallet Connect integration to Trust Wallet because our token has no transactional tax, meaning that if you have your tokens currently on Trust Wallet, you're able to just send them over to MetaMask on your computer without any tax, minimal fees, as in minimal gas fees or BNB gas fees, and you're good to go and to stake on Bounty. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated on the upgrading of Bounty to enable mobile staking as well as the integration of Wallet Connect. So you can look out for that. In the meanwhile, we will be releasing a couple more of our infrastructure products over the next couple of weeks. That's going to be really exciting. We will be able to offer more services and infrastructure to businesses. So Exonova Protocol has paid the team, and we will be using the amount to buy back SFX tokens. In the future, all projects will have to purchase our infrastructure purely with SFX tokens. In this particular case, they paid us in USDT, where because we requested that way, as our accountants are still setting up some of our infrastructure on our company's back end. So it's okay. We will be purchasing SFX tokens from PancakeSwap, and we will be posting the transaction link on Telegram in the next couple of hours. So thank you once again, everyone. I'm so sorry if some of my answers aren't as fluid as they are supposed to be. It's 11 a.m. in Singapore. The team have not had sleep yet because we were up all night preparing for our next marketing push, as well as our super really cool publication platform, the one that I've mentioned on our white paper. So if you have not checked out our white paper, like I've updated some strategies that the team will be following in the next couple of weeks and months in order to get to a price level where we are happy to be able to get to a position where we are able to truly be of great value to other projects. So check it out on our white paper. It's under the strategy sub page. I will post a link on the chat after the stream once again, just in case you guys missed out. With that, thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time to listen to me talk on a Saturday morning. And I wish you the best of health. Take care.